So, man, just want to come with my quick take on the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford situation. You know, everybody's divided. People are arguing, been arguing, the whole time. But people are arguing, blaming everybody. They're blaming the fighters, the promoters, different reporters and such. And, at the end of the day, man, it really doesn't even matter because we ain't getting the fight, man. Like, this is boxing. And unfortunately, for boxing fans, we often don't get to see the fights that we want to see. You know, um, this ain't the first time that it's happened. It's definitely not going to be the last. But, everybody needs to just, I guess at this point, we all need to just move on. I mean, it'll be great to hear the truth about what happened. I mean, I guess. But at the end of the day, what happened really truly don't matter. Because it doesn't seem like this stuff is ever going to change. You know what I'm saying? Um, if it came down to a money situation, that's unfortunate because it's a fight that so many people wanted to see. I don't want to hear any BS or anything like that about not being able to pay the fighters. You can't tell me that this fight was going to flop and not make no money or nothing like that because everybody's been talking about it. Everybody wanted to see it, and don't try to label, like black fans or something like that because this was bigger than just a fight for the black community. This was a fight for undisputed, the two best fighters at welterweight. We're going to go out there and prove it. There were black fans, white fans, Asian fans, Mexican fans. Everybody wanted to see this fight. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's unfortunate. I feel bad for the people that ran out and booked hotels and booked flights thinking that the fight was going to happen in November, which we all know, or anybody that truly follows and knows boxing knows that, about a month ago, they tried to, or was it even a month ago? It was just a couple of weeks ago or something like that. The dude from ESPN put out that report that they had basically all had agreed to terms and, the fight date and all that. But until you hear it from the mouth of the boxers, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to act on because we've been hearing all kinds of rumors, lies, and BS like this whole time. For like the past year? You know what I'm saying? And nothing was ever officially signed. And then the first official thing that we get, Terence Crawford says he's fighting somebody else. So it's official. He's not fighting Errol Spence at this time. Maybe not ever. Who knows? But for the time being, the fight definitely is not happening. So I say this, man, like, and I don't know that it will change anything, but I guess it's where we should start is if you're unhappy with who somebody is fighting, you don't have to support it. If you're, well, one thing I will say that you should do though, right, is when we do get the fights that we want to see, buy the fight. They run a bunch of stuff on pay-per-view that they shouldn't run on pay-per-view right now. And you can make your feelings felt by not buying the fight. But when we do get a fight that we want to see, I don't care, if it's on pay-per-view, if it's a fight that you truly wanted to see and it's pay-per-view worthy, or even if it's not on pay-per-view, even if it's on like one of the networks, tune in and watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been a few fights, Devin Haney was fighting like on the Zone. Terence Crawford was fighting on ESPN Plus. Like, I don't pay for them damn subscriptions, but I paid for them just for that 1 month just so I could see those fights. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I want to support somebody, I do what I got to do to support them. Deontay Wilder's fight against Hellenius. A lot of people say it shouldn't be on pay-per-view, but I support Deontay Wilder, so I go buy the fight. You know what I'm saying? But what you guys do a lot of the time is we get a fight that we want. You know, like how many people we in this streaming era? How many people ran out and streamed the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder series? Fights everybody wanted to see, right? But I'm sure tons of people streamed it instead of buying it. So do the right thing when the time comes. You want to make your voice heard. Do the right thing. Buy the fights that you want to see, and that's putting the word out. Like, hey, you're telling these promoters, you're telling these people in boxing, you're telling whoever, these are the fights that we want to see, and we're going to support them. Run out and buy tickets to the fight. Go to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do to support it, to do it the right way. And then maybe in the future, the fights that we want to see are more likely to get made because they know our dollars are behind those fights. Again, though, this one here, unfortunate that it's not happening. It would have been an opportunity for us to get another undisputed champion, which, one of the complaints about boxing is all the different champions in boxing, right? Especially to somebody who's like a casual fan or something like that, is confusing. You got like the regular title, you got the super title, you got the North American title, you know what I'm saying? But you see these people that come to the ring, they got on like, say, a WBC belt or something, and people just assume, okay, this person is the WBC champion because they're being advertised as it, but they're like the regular champion or the silver champion or some shit like that. So when we get the opportunity for Undisputed, Undisputed is a clear cut. This is the champion at 147, which is why it's so dope to see Jermell Charlo as Undisputed champion. To see Devin Haney as Undisputed champion. It's just clear cut. This is the champion of the division. I don't care if you think another boxer in that division is better. You know what I'm saying? This is the champion. And then when somebody does something like Devin Haney did, they go overseas into someone else's backyard to prove that they're the best. They take all the concessions. They take less money. How do you not support that? You know what I'm saying? Historic run, historic things that he did, to become undisputed. How do you not support that? Right? You got all kinds of people out here talking trash. Like, okay, I don't care if you think Tank or Loma's better. Let them get in the ring with Devin Haney and prove that. You know what I'm saying? But when they do, what are you going to do? Are you going to buy the fight or are you going to stream it? So, man, that's all I got, man. I just hope, all this stuff, everybody moves past it quickly. Stop pointing fingers. Stop talking trash. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to what Errol Spence's next move is going to be. Terence Crawford is doing what Terence Crawford is doing. Maybe they can still fight. I mean, do you want to see a rusty Terence Crawford and Errol Spence who've been out of the ring for like over a year or some shit like that? So hopefully, they both go ahead, have a fight. Maybe after that, everybody knows what everybody wants at this point, right? A fight can be made, but I'm not counting on it. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's boxing. There's tons of fights that we want that we just don't get. And unfortunately, that's the reality of boxing. It's your homeboy, Whatever Man. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Whatever Man, WHATEVA_man. Shout out to the LDBC. I'm gone.